He swung on and hit the into right field deep. And you can't forget about this one. Blaze Salter hits number 5. And the Newport Gulls retake the lead.
This is the Newport Gulls pregame show, live from Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island.
Gone! A grand slam! Two-left power! Right tower power! And the Gulls walk off in the 15th inning!
Coming up, interviews, stats, standings, lineups, and a whole lot more.
Tomas steps on the back for one out, throws to first, it is in time, a double play!
Pitch, breaking ball lifted deep to center field, and it is gone! A two-run shot for Cody Hosey.
Bringing a high drive, left field deep. Bolzano going back, looking up. This ball is a two-run homer. P.J. Jones hits it out.
Stay tuned. The pregame show begins now on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Now, in his third season covering Newport Gulls baseball, here is play-by-play broadcaster Zach Ledson.
It's a clash between the two top teams in the Coastal Division in the NECBL. Hi, everybody. Zach Ledson getting you set for Gulls and Sharks here in what's going to be a 7-inning doubleheader here at Cardines Field. Newport has won 6 in a row. Martha's Vineyard, they've won 7 in a row. So something's got to give. Game 1 starts at 3 o'clock here at Cardines Field, but the pregame show starts right now here on the NECBL Network.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cardines Field for the Newport Gulls pregame show here on the NECBL Network. I'm Shane Briggs here with Caden Charpentier interviewing our lead broadcaster, Zach Ledson. Zach, a Florida boy yourself. It's a hot day out here. How we feeling out here?
Hey, it's warm. It's days like this where you're reminded it's hot, but it's hotter back home. It's very hot here. We got clear skies. It'll cool down as Newport nights typically do, but for now, we're sweating all right. We're sweating for sure.
Absolutely. So, your second summer out here in Newport, what was it that brought you out here in the first place, and what is it that's bringing you back?
Well, I came to games as a fan, actually, in 2018, and then as the 2018 season ended, I was, my mom gave me the advice to go talk and ask for an internship for 2019, and so I'm a 17-year-old, and I went up to Mike Falcone here, last game of the 2018 season, and told him I was interested in media, and got an intern spot in 2019 as an assistant, right up there running the camera, doing things like that, doing a little bit of field reporting, this and that. And in 2021, came back, lead broadcaster, and well, the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah, so is that me and Shane, we're in the booth with you every other week. Just great play-by-play guy. It's just like. Just how did you get into play-by-play? What like kind of motivated you to be like a broadcaster that you are today?
I grew up watching and going to more baseball games than any sport, and I just kind of fell in love with the art of it, I guess, to be honest. Just watching the pros do it. Just like, I'm sure players behind me have the same. They see someone, they're like, I want to be like him, or that's the job that I want to do. And, well, that's kind of what it was for me. And, I mean, this place has been my family. Doing play-by-play here has been it's been the dream, Caden.
So you called broadcasting an art form, which I definitely think it is. What's your favorite brushstroke? What's your favorite thing to call? Is it a web gem? Is it a home run? What is it?
I would definitely say home run, number one. Most fun thing for sure. Web gems are great too, though. Just anything, any big moments in the game. That's what we live for. We live for those moments. We live for how we're going to build it up, and bringing energy to a big play is such an important piece of what can make a great highlight and a great broadcast. So that's what it's all about right there, baby.
Yes, your last summer here with the Newport Gulls, obviously mixed emotions. It's exciting to go to your next chapter of like what you're doing. But what is something that you're going to remember here with your time here? You've been here for a few years. What are you going to remember about the Newport Gulls whenever you may come back? Just like what's Newport Gulls mean to you?
Well, it'll be weird to be back here and not be working, not be running around getting ready for a game. I've just loved working here. It's been a family, Caden, guys like Burles, the players, Shane, Tom and Mike, like they took a chance on me, and when I got here in 2019, I was timid, I was scared to do interviews, I was scared to talk to anybody, and this place has been synonymous with my growth on the air and off the air as a person too. So I'll just remember coming here, I mean, this is the spot for us. We come here, we have so much fun off the air and a ton of fun on the air as well. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss everything about all the people here and just about getting to do something that I dream about doing for a living. It's all been more than I could have asked for.
Zach, a little bit of an out of the box question for you. If you were in the box, that batter's box that is, how far are you going off of one of our Gulls pitchers?
450 dead center. No, that's a joke. I haven't hit in an organized baseball game since middle school, Shane. So
a little bit of a Todd Peterson action there.
Right. Go yard. That's the goal. But that being said, I've been talking with the guys, Trent, Coach Gus, our pitching coach. We're thinking about doing BP one of these days. We've talked about it with you. It'd be fun. Might embarrass myself a little bit, but this is my way. That booth right up there, that's my way of staying around the game because it's not by being in the box, I'll tell you that much.
Anything else, Caden? Zach, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all that we have for you. Caden Charpentier, Zach Letson, Shane Briggs. We'll be back with a couple more interviews for you. The Gulls pregame show rolls on.
All right, back here on the Gulls pregame show, Zach Letson joined by Newport and Dartmouth outfielder Colton Freeman getting ready for 2 games today between the Gulls and the Sharks. But, Colton, I want to take a step back to yesterday. Gulls were not playing here. They were playing at the pitcher-friendly Dodd Stadium, and you hit just the 3rd bomb all summer in that place. I told you that after the game, and you had a pretty surprised reaction. But how good does it feel not just to get that first bomb, but to get it in a huge park?
Purely inconceivable, absolutely accidental. I would say on that swing, it was like my PCI was good, but I was like in the early zone, so I was just able to lift it and get it out.
That's some great analysis right there. It's not a accident that we've had you in the booth 2 different times this season. That was an electric moment. You had an electric moment here, though. Last time Newport was here, that was on Monday against the Navigators. A jumping catch. We have our own iteration of Wrigley Field with our Ivy out there in the outfield. You went right into that Ivy, made the catch, fist pump and everything. An electric reaction. What's going through your mind when you're trying to make that catch and then the reaction after that?
Yeah, it was kind of like that Homer Simpson meme where he goes into the hedge and then comes out with a ball. And I think that's exactly what I was thinking on that catch. I think that primarily I was focused on blacking out during that reaction. I have no clue what I was saying, but I liked it. I had fun.
Well, when you're on the broadcast with us, your socks, that was a main topic of discussion. 4th of July socks on the 4th of July, neon socks the day after. Today we got a little red, white, and blue action with some smiley faces. I don't know if we got that on the camera, but what was the inspiration? Because I think few guys take the sock game as seriously and are as good at the sock game as you. Right. What went into this decision today?
Yeah, you guys still haven't figured out the whole camera situation. You guys like looking at the top of my bill when I speak. It doesn't make any sense. Anywho, I have a schedule. So we did Seagull socks on Monday, Happy Smiley socks on Wednesday. This Friday we've got Pelican socks, and I'm all very excited for it.
That's amazing. Cannot wait to see them as we get to these last few home games for Newport. Last thing I want to ask you, we've touched on it on the broadcast a bunch of times, that swing of yours, it's aggressive, it is quick, swift. What's the approach like for you? Because you scored a ball up 117 miles an hour a couple weeks ago, and you get a bomb yesterday, so it clearly is paying off. Yeah. What's going through your mind when you're thinking, all right, I'm going to try to score this ball up?
In all seriousness, I'm actually trying to swing hard because I feel like when I don't swing as hard as I do, I get jammed, I get beat, I start putting balls on the ground, and I'm trying to avoid that. Right now I'm trying to lift balls, get them into the air, extra bases, all that good stuff. And I think if I swing hard and I swing up, that's the best way to go about it.
All right. That's the electric personality that is Colton Freeman. Colton, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you so much, Zach.
All right. The Gulls pregame show rolls on.
Welcome back to the Gulls pregame show. Caden Charpentier here with Michigan State catcher Brian Brecker. Well, Brian, you came to Newport a little later than usual. Obviously the team is playing really good baseball. How have you been able to get acclimated here with the Gulls, and how has your time so far here been with Newport?
Yeah, everyone on the team's been really welcoming so far, so it made the adjustment pretty easy. And, it don't really get much better than Newport, so it's been awesome here so far. Been really enjoying it.
Awesome. Love to hear that. So, you're coming from Michigan State. One of your teammates, Trent, is also on the team. What is that like to kind of play, spring ball with one of your teammates and then, play summer ball with your teammates? Is that easier, to get adjusted to, obviously, as well?
Yeah, he's helped me out a lot since being here. He's even one of my best friends back at school, so I'm really excited to get to spend the summer with him, get to know him a little bit better. But yeah, it's just a blast playing ball with him. He plays the game the right way, he plays hard, and I just try to be a little bit more like him every day.
Yeah, love to hear that. You've been, it started slow at the plate, but you just really started to pick it up in the last couple of games. Had a hit yesterday, in Mystic, had that huge double, came off the bench. What is it, how has you, kind of your approach changed, or what has kind of, clicked for you in the recent games, and how are you able to kind of come off the bench and just immediately make an impact like that?
I think I just needed to get my feet underneath me a little bit, get some more at-bats, just kind of figure some things out on my own, but yeah, hopefully we can get rolling a little bit, and yeah, like you said, very slow start, but hopefully we can get things rolling now.
Yeah, of course. Obviously Chicago guy from Chicago, Illinois, Michigan State. Pizza is usually the one thing that I think of Chicago. How is obviously you may have not had, pizza in the Northeast, but how would you describe someone that, maybe is visiting Chicago or, isn't familiar with it?
You have to go to Lou Malnati's Pizza in Chicago. It does not get any better than that. I could eat pizza from Chicago deep dish every day. So any pizza I've ever had doesn't compare. So Lou Malnati's Pizza Chicago for sure.
Love that. Last question. Probably just a few weeks left in the year, in the summer, maybe the playoffs. What is something you're looking forward to the rest of the season, and how are, something maybe at the plate, maybe just off the field, but what are you looking forward to here as for the rest of your time with the Gulls?
Just getting some more reps, kind of developing a little bit more, getting to know the guys on the team a little better, build some relationships. I get to see a little bit of Newport a little bit more, but yeah, I'm excited to compete, and hopefully we can win some more ball games.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Well, that is it. Brian, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, that is it for here. We'll be back with some more. And the Gulls pregame show rolls on.
It is a massive doubleheader in this Coastal Division race. Glad you can be with us as we play two here at Cardines Field. Zach Letson, Eli Kleinman, Caden Charpentier. Just past the 3 o'clock hour, 3:05 here in Newport. And, well, we are set for baseball. Kevin Sider takes the mound for Newport. And it's going to be Logan Chambers that starts things off for Martha's Vineyard. The 2022 NECBL All-Star looks at ball number 1. And, well, Eli, how will this lineup look 1 through 9, trying to get runs off of a guy that's only given up 3 earned all season? As that's on the ground, it's now 1-1.
Well, Logan Chambers leads it off, an all-star. Danny Crossan at second, might be an all-star. He's leading the fan vote as of today. Derek Berg hits third, and the dangerous Michael Snyder hits cleanup. Cabot Maher hits fifth. It's Jaden Jackson sixth, then Brown, Masick, and Brady to round it out.
Kevin Sider, he gets the ball for Newport. The Week 4 NECBL Pitcher of the Week faces Martha's Vineyard for the first time this summer and brings in a 1.08 ERA. Just 3 earned runs, as mentioned. Didn't have his best stuff against North Adams. 7 runs, 1 of them earned. 600 runs, and in a game that was really decided by a couple of fielding errors for Newport. Goals with a late comeback attempt. Fell short against North Adams. Ended up bouncing back with a win in Game 2. That is shot back up the middle and through for a base hit. The Tennessee man, Logan Chambers, showing you why he's an all-star.
And a guy who feels really comfortable in that leadoff role. That's where he was for about a year and a half at Crowder College, and went from there all the way up to last year's #1 ranked team in the nation and one of the best college baseball teams we've seen in a long time.
Defense behind Sider for Newport. It is Spencer Smith in left. In center, Ben Rounds. In right, Colton Freeman. And left to right across the infield, Slade Alford at third for Newport. Luke Beckstein at second, Josh Krodegrauer at short. Over at first is Noah Martinez with Brian Brecker doing the catching for Kevin Sider. 25 innings pitched, 33 strikeouts for the Quinnipiac arm. He's gotten used to pitching in this doubleheader state. Third doubleheader game that he started, including one here in Newport against the Upper Valley Nighthawks. Shot the other way off the bat of crossing deep into right, but there with room in front of the wall to make the catch, Colton Freeman brings it in.
Yeah, I mean, Colton Freeman with a phenomenal catch, as we remember here at Cardines Field the other night. Same position he's playing tonight, but just a nice, easy grab compared to the one that he made in the Ivy here at Cardines Field last time out.
Now it's Jake Berg, the catcher, who steps in. Sider looking, well, ground ball here could be his best friend, trying to get out of the inning. First pitch of fastball upstairs to the catcher for ball one.
Berg, a relatively new member of the Sharks and really active behind home plate, has been a really good catcher for Martha's Vineyard so far.
Check back in over on first. Back in time is Chambers. That is an impactful doubleheader. Gulls lead the season series 2-1 between these two teams, but only 2 games separating the Gulls and Sharks in the Coastal Division standings. 2 wins for Martha's Vineyard today, and the Sharks would overtake Newport. Cut on and missed on a 1-1 count. A hot summer day here in Newport, and 2 teams that are pretty hot in their own right. Gulls have won 6 in a row. Sharks have won 7 in a row. Foul tipped by Berg, and we'll do it again. Or rather, now a strike 2. 1-2 count. Mentioned Berg, a newer addition to this squad. This is his 5th game in Sharks digs. 3 for 15 in his tenure early on. Teams across the NECBL really dealing with changes to their depth. A little excuse me swing was trying to get out of the way, and that got the inner part of his bat. We'll do the 1-2 again.
And the last time the Sharks were here, they had 4 catchers on the roster. They are currently working with 3 right now, and Derek Berg, a nice pickup, and needed that extra catcher depth, but he's been more than depth. He's been really good. You mentioned 3 hits. 2 of them have left the ballpark.
Got 2 home runs and 2 RBIs in just 4 games for Jay Mendez's team. Cut on and missed, strike 3. Went to the off speed, 82 miles per hour, and the 34th strikeout of the summer for Kevin Sider.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that Sider has been stuck out to me this entire season is his ability to basically keep batters off balance. Like, he goes with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball up and in, and then he goes like a little off speed. And 82, it's really tough to adjust to that. And, you see the success that he's had this season, and that's part of the reason why.
Has the record for most strikeouts in a start for the Gulls this summer, 12 of them. That was the one that got him Week 4 NECBL Pitcher of the Week. 6 no-hit shutout innings against the Mystic Schooners. First pitch misses upstairs to the third baseman, Michael Snyder, hitting in the cleanup spot and looking to continue this top of the first. Again, this is a 7-inning doubleheader. Newport will be the home team for both games. One of the 2 a rainout from earlier in the summer. In for a strike. Matchups 4 and 5 in this 6-game season series. One more matchup left. That'll be the next time Newport makes a true road trip. I say true because, well, there's a game on tap tomorrow in Wakefield up the road against the Ocean State Waves. A 30-minute trip. And next Tuesday, Gulls will be going to the Shark Tank for a final time in the regular season. Who knows what the postseason holds? And the 1-1. Came in and got him on the fastball, right on the wrist. I certainly hope that he's all right. And Snyder trying to tough it out and walk to first. That could not feel good.
Getting hit anywhere in that wrist-hand area is always really scary because everything's so fragile in that area. It's not hard to really hurt yourself. It looks like he's staying in the game, which is a really positive sign, but still a scary moment for the Sharks and Snyder. You never want to see anyone hit, especially up in that hand area.
Anytime you get hit with 91, it can be scary. It's another base runner here for Martha's Vineyard. Now 2 on and 2 out for a guy playing against Newport for the first time. And Cabot Maher, the designated hitter, hitting 5th. First pitch, there's a strike on the breaking ball from Sider on the lower outside part.
Yeah, Sider's actually his 4th batter that he's hit this summer. 4th batter in 25 innings pitched, or actually now 25 and 2/3. But yeah, something that I feel like is he's got 4 walks last time. He can't really give up free bags like that.
Cut on and missed. Back to the fastball. That is really the pitch you can expect most from Kevin Sider. Has a fastball, slider, curveball mix. It's been an effective mix. It worked him 76-plus innings with the Quinnipiac Bobcats, and he's worked now over 25 innings here this summer with the Newport Gulls. 0-2. Flown back by Maher. He stays alive. And a barehanded play is made on top of the dugout by our guy, our cameraman, Shane Briggs.
What a catch by Shane Briggs. I mean, he just stuck both hands
there
out right there.
On the camera. That's a well-deserved shout-out.
Wow.
First team all hands.
First team all hands.
Shane Briggs.
That's right. That's right.
Showtime.
Impressive stuff.
A look back at second. Here's another 0-2 pitch. Up and in to Maher, and now he earns a ball back, earning his way back into this at-bat. Mentioned Maher is playing against Newport for the first time. Berg playing against Newport for the first time. Maher's played in 7 games, a .222 average. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Would love an 8th or a 9th right here to try to open the scoring for Martha's Vineyard.
For all the success Martha's Vineyard has had this season, when Cabot Maher squares up a baseball, no one hits it harder for the Sharks.
That is smoke to center, right on cue. Back is Rounds, and that ball is out of here. 3-run shot. Cabot Maher. That gets the scoring started on an absolute laser. 3-0 Martha's Vineyard. You said it. You said it, Eli.
Well, you just watch him swing the bat, and he's a big guy who can drive the ball. Looked like it might have hit off the top of the fence out there. It skipped on over. You saw it pop up after it hit the fence.
Interesting carom, yeah.
Last time the Sharks were here, they had a ball that almost got out down the left field line. This time, Maher has enough power to get it out to center.
That's one way to start a ball game, especially in a 7-inning game. Feels like we're already kind of in the 3rd. Now it's Jaden Jackson. He makes his return here to Cardines Field, a member of the 2021 Martha's Vineyard team. And, well, a recent addition to this year's squad for Jay Mendez and company. Now 1-1.
Yeah, that was Sider's first home run he's given up in an organized baseball game since May 13th of 2022 with the Bobcats against Fairfield when he gave up 2. So it's quite some time. He hasn't given up a home run here with the Gulls so far, but he's got to adjust and got to execute from here. This cannot hold him down for the rest of the game.
And on one swing, Martha's Vineyard has matched the run total Kevin Sider gave up in his first 25 innings in the earned run column. (0-2) to Jackson. That's foul back again. To the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. Teams really doing all they can to find depth in this time. Of course, we had the MLB draft, and that factoring things in, and guys starting to get ready for school.
Becomes tough, especially with the pitching depth as you play a lot of games.
Shot the other way, right into the glove of Beckstein, and the inning is over. But Cabot Maher, his third bomb of the season, it's an emphatic one, and it gets the scoring started here in Newport. Martha's Vineyard 3, Gulls nothing, heading to the bottom of the first.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
Back for the home half of the first, Martha's Vineyard. The Sharks getting the scoring started with a 3-run shot from Cabot Maher. A sunny game 1 of 2 doubleheaders. Zach Letson, Eli Kleiman, Caden Sharpens here. Gulls get their first at-bats of the night. It'll be Colton Freeman. He leads things off for Newport. Back in the leadoff role for a second straight day. It's a pretty successful day in that spot. Yesterday, Newport played a high noon contest in Dodd Stadium, and Freeman hit just the 3rd of 3 home runs in that gargantuan park in Norwich. That's outside. It is Freeman that leads things off. Josh Kuroda-Grauer, the shortstop, hits second. Colton Ledbetter as the DH hits third. Slade Alford, his Mississippi State teammate, hits fourth and plays third. Noah Martinez hits fifth and plays first, as that is smoked down the left field line and foul. Bottom portion of the order for Newport. Brian Brecker does the catching and hits sixth. Spencer Smith hits seventh and plays in left. Luke Beckstein hits eighth and plays second. And Ben rounds out the order, playing center and hitting ninth. And a Gulls team that is facing the righty Case Matter for the first time this summer from Martha's Vineyard.
3.75 ERA and 4 starts. He's been good.
Shot off the bat of Freeman. That'll find grass in the left center gap. A hard turnaround first, heading for 2, and he'll make it standing up. The spark plug right out of the leadoff spot. Colton Freeman at it again.
I mean, that's his 4th straight game with an extra base hit now for Colton Freeman. 2 doubles against Valley, 2 doubles against North Shore, a home run yesterday, and then a double already today in the first inning. This man swings hard. We talk about it, and you see it right there. But, I mean, just a fantastic guy to lead off. You know, he hasn't led off that many times, but that's how you get this team a spark after giving up 3 runs in the first inning.
Well, 323 average, and the sample size is getting to a point now where you can start looking into it. This is his 19th game. He had to sit really the first half of the season with an ankle injury, waited his turn, and it has paid off. Josh Kuroda-Grauer swinging first pitch deep into left. That is off the wall.
It'll be another double for Newport. In the score is Freeman. On the RBI, two-bagger from Josh Kuroda-Grauer, making it a 3-1 game.
This offense never disappoints. I mean, it's Cardines Field. These guys, they don't mess around. If they're down by runs, it's like it's a tie game every single time. It almost seems like the Sharks motivated them, just giving up 3 runs in the first inning, because you got your best hitter coming up and a guy in scoring position, and you already scored a run.
Oh, these last 2 first innings here at Cardines Field have treated Newport well. 3 hits to open the game against the Danbury Westerners. 3 runs in the bottom of the first in Newport's last home game against the North Shore Navigators. Now the Gulls are back at it again. Back-to-back doubles to start the bottom of the first in a little different of a situation. And a 3-run hole that's now been cut to 2 for the Week 5 NECBL Player of the Week, an NECBL All-Star, and a Home Run Derby participant this Sunday out at the Vineyard, Colton Ledbetter. Newport's DH here in Game 1. Cut on and missed. Got him on the breaking pitch down low at 85 for strike number 1.
And that is Matter's go-to. It's the fastball and the breaking ball. And when that breaking ball is working, it's going to get a lot of swing and misses dropping out of the strike zone.
Over at second, JKG. 93-mile-per-hour fastball misses outside. Now a 2-1 count. 44 hits. That's what Colton Ledbetter's got this summer. 10 long balls, 38 RBIs. Another run-scoring opportunity, potentially right here. And the 2-1. Foul tipped into the mitt. Matter comes back with another strike. It's 2-2.
He's one of those guys with just such a smooth swing, too. Another one of the lefties that just, it's pretty to watch him swing the bat, and well, the results have been pretty to watch for Newport as well.
His first and second home runs of the summer came against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. It's been a while since these two teams have seen each other since, but a lot has happened since for Colton. 8 more home runs, and Newport specifically has really found its stride offensively in this last handful of games. 6 wins in a row, including games where Newport scored 16, 19 runs. That is upstairs, ball 4, and Colton Ledbetter has another free pass. This is what he does.
24 walks on the season. That's absurd patience, and you have the power with it. I mean, he's the whole package when it comes to at the plate. I mean, it's just amazing to watch.
Leading the Newport Gulls by a hefty margin in that walk category. Oh, yeah. You're hard-pressed to find an offensive stat that he doesn't have the lead in. It's the kind of summer you're talking about with a guy that tore the cover off the ball at Samford. Now looks to do the same at Mississippi State, as does the third baseman who digs in, Slate Alford. 1 already cross for Newport. Looking for more, down by 2 early. Alford cracks it. Foul, square off the Cardines Field scoreboard. My goodness, what a hot shot. Week 6 NECBL honor roll recipient after a 10-game hitting streak, a 9-game extra base hitting streak for Slate. And the biggest hit last time Newport was here on Monday. That is way in front of Berg, in front of the plate, and Ledbetter and Kuroda-Grauer move up easily. Not sure if that can be chalked as a miscommunication or just a pitch slipping out of Matter's hands.
You'd have to imagine that one just slipped out of his hand. It almost bounced on the grass, which is not what you want to see, but Case Matter just needs to calm down, find the strike zone, and try to battle around some traffic right here.
Alford holds up. Pitch misses outside. Not a guy that you really want to fall behind to. 333 average, one that has skyrocketed since the 4th of July. It was at 246. 5 home runs, 24 RBIs for Alford. Here's the pitch. Cracked foul, this time down the third base side.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming off a day as well in Mystic where he didn't get a hit, so I feel like he could be a little bit extra motivated. He could be like, this is a day where I need to make up for what I didn't do yesterday. So maybe there's a little bit fire in his belly to, succeed today.
Two balls and two strikes here. Martha's Vineyard still looking for the first out in the bottom of the first. Chopped hard on the ground over to third. Only play will be to first. And in time. It's a productive out for Slate. An RBI ground out. Kuroda Grauer in to score, and it's a 3-2 ball game.
I mean, it wasn't pretty, but they got the job done. I mean, it was a kind of as you see on the replay, a little bit of a chopper. And the only play was really first. Wasn't really going to get anyone at home, and then you advance. You got a guy in third, and now Noah Martinez, another one of the hottest hitters on the Newport Gulls.
RBI single got Newport on the board for Martinez here on Monday. That was his 13th RBI in 3 games. In for a strike for Case Matter on the fastball, 93 on the gun.
We talk about how long ago the last time the Sharks were here, it was Noah Martinez who picked up his first hit of the season in that game. Now an all-star.
It is boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3 when you look at how Newport stacks its lineup with the All-Stars. The 3 Newport All-Stars are hitting 3, 4, and 5 in Frank Holbrook's order. And here's the third of 3. 23 hits later since that first hit against Martha's Vineyard. That was in a 7-4 win for Newport. Cut on and missed, opting for the off speed. Took a little bit off that time, and we talked about it a little bit, but that's kind of what Matters' bread and butter has been.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do, locate that fastball, and then the curveball plays right off of it. But location hasn't been there as much as he would like here in the first inning. Still going to find it, try to get through this inaugural inning.
1-2. In the dirt, bounces from Berg. He keeps it in front of himself. They'll go down to third, and Ledbetter's back in time.
And Newport will learn quickly. Derek Berg is willing to make any throw at any time, and he has a rocket of a right arm. So not only will he make any throw, almost any throw is in play for the catcher.
2 runs across for Newport. Here's the 2-2 to Martinez. Outside, he's run it full. Back-to-back doubles to begin the bottom of the first. Then Ledbetter walked. Gulls are trying to match the Martha's Vineyard run total from the first, but in a different way. 3-2, cut on and missed. Case Matter bounces back with a big K on the NECBL All-Star, and now there's 2 gone.
Yeah, he was definitely fooled on that one, though. He just shakes his head. I feel like it was a phenomenal pitch, so I feel like, come back next time maybe and see what he could do next time.
Now it's Brian Brecker. You heard from him in our Gulls pregame show. Guy that was a recent addition himself, and look out, that got him right on the shoulder. Fastball just came in and got him. And, we'll take the free base. Fortunately, looks to be all right.
Yeah, that's got to hurt. You already saw two people get hit by a pitch today.
And 2 that came in on fastballs that just dipped a little bit too far inside, and now it's going to be a discussion on the mound here for Matter and company.
Matt Curran, the pitching coach, just going to go try and calm his starter down. Fireworks in the first inning. And not the first time these two teams have.
You come to expect that when Newport and Martha's Vineyard meet up. 7-4 win here in Newport. That was a game that was 4-4 in the 7th. Then Newport goes out and drops 17 runs in the Shark Tank. But Martha's Vineyard bounced back, won 8-4. The most recent matchups between these two teams.
And first run scoring has been really a huge part of both teams' success. Newport scored 6 runs in the first inning in that 17-1 win. Martha's Vineyard scored 5 in their win, and each team had 2 in the Newport win here at Cardines Field. So
that trend's continuing here in Game 4. 3 runs for Martha's Vineyard, 2 for the Gulls as number 2, Spencer Smith digs in. Ledbetter on third, Brecker on first, here with 2 away. First pitch misses to the Northeastern man playing in left fields for ball 1. Smith up, his Northeastern teammate Beckstein on deck behind him if he can reach here with 2 away. Cracked back to the net behind us. On the fastball from Matter, it's 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, Smith, you look at his average, it's not, over 200, but, I mean, he's 4 for his last 7. So this is a spot that, maybe he could keep this hot bat going and get Newport on the board again.
12 hits in total, 218 average. 5 RBIs for the second year in Newport Gold. And now a 1-2 count. Three-run home run from Martha's Vineyard in the top of this inning. That from Cabot Maher. Back-to-back doubles for Newport. 2 runs on the board. A chance for more. Runner goes as that is slapped the other way. A jumping play by the first baseman Crossan. He just saved a run. Keeps Martha's Vineyard in front. What a first inning. It is in the books. Martha's Vineyard 3, Newport 2. Heading to the second here at Cardines Fields.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an...
Back for the second, 3 runs for Martha's Vineyard, 2 for Newport, and a hectic opening inning of this 7-inning doubleheader. Glad you can be with us on a sunny Wednesday afternoon from Newport, Rhode Island. Zach Letson, Eli Kleiman, Caden Charpentier here on the NECBL Network. 7, 8, and 9, the bottom third of the Martha's Vineyard order. Set to face Kevin Sider. Harrison Brown looks at ball 1 down low. 230 average and 78 at-bats for Brown this summer. And the lefty looks out a strike. And he's got a bat that matches the color of his jersey.
Pretty neat, pretty neat.
See some of those colorful bats around the league. Sanford has their green bats.
Now 2-1 the count.
Because you have to adjust. You have to go from the metal to the wood. Not everyone has their own bat.
And that can be a tough adjustment. You go from BB core bats, which players can get pretty comfortable with, and then make the transition into summer ball, then back into college. Can kind of really prove who some of the more talented hitters are in the league. Popped up a mile in the air into no man's land in left. Smith racing over, and he makes the catch right by the line. Had to cover a lot of ground, but Spencer Smith, another utility guy for this Newport team, gets the start in left and charges to make that play.
I mean, just a phenomenal play. The communication, you have to communicate with Josh Carter-Grauer and Slade Alford coming in as well, and he's not a normal left fielder. And, we talked about it. He made a phenomenal catch against the Navigators out in left field, and you see it again, another fantastic catch.
Now it's Luke Masick, the left fielder, cuts on and misses on the first pitch. 87 miles an hour from Sider. Command has not been the issue. 22 strikes. And now 11 balls. The problem has been that, Vineyard squared it up. Logan Chambers with a hard hit single up the middle. And then just an absolute mammoth shot from Cabot Maher. That got the scoring started here at Cardines with a 3-run homer. That's cracked into foul territory. Martinez blocking the sun and makes the catch right in front of the dugout. A fleet-footed Noah Martinez scampering in, and there's out number 2.
That was not an easy play at all. He had to basically guard the sun with his glove and catch the ball at the same time in his glove. That was incredibly difficult, and he made that look pretty simple.
That's how you help your pitcher out, get a couple quick outs. As Kevin Brady, the 9-hitter, digs in here for Martha's Vineyard.
Sider responding so well after giving up that 3-run home run in the first. It's exactly what you want to see in a 7-inning game.
Depth is so important. Newport got 7 innings out of its starting pitcher yesterday, Logan McGuire. A gem of a performance. 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Only had to expend 2 relievers who each went an inning apiece. It's a touch outside now. 2-0 the count to the second baseman. And these coaches really have to plan ahead. It's 2 games today, a game tomorrow, a game Friday, and then a game against the number 1 team in the NECBL Saturday before finally hitting the All-Star break on Sunday. Right down Broadway, now a 3-1 count to Kevin Brady, the 9-hitter. Cut on and missed the outer part of the plate. Guy that's got just 13 at-bats this year, but 5 hits and 5 RBIs.
A really productive bat.
Hit right back to the fence where we're situated. Now we'll do the 3-2 again, a battle here between Brady and Sider on the bump. Here comes another payoff pitch. Rocked deep into right. Freeman is back with room, and right in front of the ivy, he makes the catch. 1-2-3 for Kevin Sider. That's a bounce back in the top of the second inning. Still 3-2 Martha's Vineyard, heading to the home half of the second.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round.
Back for the home half of the second, 3-2 in this game 1 of this 7-inning doubleheader. Zach Letson, Eli Kleiman, Caden Charpentier. 14 innings of baseball, at least, between these two on tap for today. On a warm mid-80s afternoon here on Wednesday. 8-9-1 due up for Newport. And it's half of the second inning, and Luke Beckstein fouls the first pitch back. Case Matter back out for his second inning of work. 2 hits, 2 runs allowed in that first. Gulls with an immediate response after falling in a 3-0 hole. And for a strike now, 0-2 to Beck. He's played a pretty impactful role in these last 2 wins for Newport. Scored the first run of the game in the 5th yesterday on a passed ball. Then brought home Newport's second run on an RBI double. And runs really came at a premium. That was a 3-2 final against Mystic. And also had an RBI double here on Monday against North Shore against his Northeastern Huskies teammate in Jake Gigliotti.
Yeah, that basically like turned the game around, getting Gigliotti out of that game.
That's cracked high and deep by Beck into right, ranging back with room near the wall is Brown. And he hauls it in right into that hidden spot kind of in the right field corner for out number 1.
And it's important for Matter, just like Sider, to find his groove as he's well able to do and just limit the damage and get innings. Innings so important in this doubleheader, with Sharks having played a doubleheader on Sunday just a few days ago. Arms at a premium always, but no more important time than now.
It's the 9-hitter and Ben Rounds, who was fooled by that pitch at 86 miles per hour and could not hold up his swing. "31 games at Harvard University for Rounds this season. 288 average. And has kind of become a regular here with Newport. Gulls are expecting the return of Alec Makarevich for tomorrow's game. But Newport has otherwise been shuffling around its outfield with Spencer Smith, Ben Rounds, Colton Freeman, the trio for today's game. There's a strike now, 1-2.
And you mentioned Rounds at Harvard. It's just a team and a league that hasn't played a ton of baseball since he got to college. His first season in 2022 being the first full season.
On the ground to first, deep in the hole, it is fielded by the first baseman Crossan, who fires it back to Matter for out number 2. Oh yeah, it's a range pretty far over to his right, but Matter was there to cover the bag.
Well, Danny Crossan is a guy who is a really good defender at first base because he's a utility infielder. He's played all 4 positions on the infield this year, so he's able to range better than maybe your average first baseman would, but made that play look rather easy despite it being a tough flip to the pitcher covering first.
2 up, 2 down. Here's Colton Freeman and a first pitch ball in the dirt. That double that got the bottom of the first started off of Freeman's bat. You are hard-pressed, kind of like what you were saying with Maher, but hard-pressed to find someone that can square it up like Freeman can, and in large part because of the approach that he has at the plate and the swing that he has. It's a violent one.
Feels like he's trying to attack every single baseball he gets a chance to.
And he said it's because he wants to make sure he gets all of it when he gets it. First home run of the summer for Freeman. That came yesterday at Dodge Stadium. And he's already also got 7 doubles now on the summer. This is his 19th game. 21 hits. .323 average entering today's action.
Yeah, I remember just talking to him about getting his first extra base hit, like it was yesterday, and now he's over here just hitting home runs, getting doubles on a regular basis. Just a really solid bat in this lineup.
3-1 is shot the other way and right off of the fence of the dugout. Right to Teddy Regan over at first, the Newport hitting coach. A Dartmouth man is Freeman. They kind of figured that first home run, it was only a matter of time.
Yeah. 8
of them with the big green. And another Ivy League man. Plenty of them on this goal squad and really throughout the entire New England League. Smoked back up the middle, and that's another base hit for Freeman. Give him a 2-for-2 day on the hot shot, back where it came from. 98-mile-per-hour single.
You never see that from anyone else but Colton Freeman, let me tell you.
He's got 22 hits in 19 games. That's what you could want when Frank Holbrook decided yesterday, oh, I'm going to put Colton leading off for the first time all season.
Not a bad choice at all.
He's embraced the role. Another guy with a double in the first is Josh Kuroda-Grauer, and he looks at strike one. Well, Matter has been working quickly, and it helped him get the first 2 outs of the inning. But as Kuroda settling back in, he's already ready to go for the next pitch. Here's the 0-1. Cracked into right center, and that'll find grass. Multi-hit days already for Freeman and JKG. And the Gulls have life.
I mean, last time out at Cardines Field against the Navigators, I feel like 2 outs was like nothing for the Gulls. They were scoring all their runs with 2 outs. And, I mean, the first inning they had 2 outs, scored 3 runs. I mean, it was just – this offense doesn't stop when it's just 1 out left. This offense continues going until they don't have any more outs left.
It's a guy that you'd want up with traffic on the base paths. 38 RBIs for Colton Ledbetter. 10 home runs. 2 on here with 2 out. And the first pitch way outside. Berglo luckily able to grab it and corral it from reaching the backstop. That is down low, and Ledbetter's ahead 2 balls and no strikes. A guy that already has a walk this afternoon.
And a hitter who feels oh so comfortable here at Cardines Field, where the majority of his production comes.
Got on and missed. Might have been looking for his 9th home run here at Cardines Field on the summer. 10 of them overall, 8 of them here. It is a lefty-friendly ballpark, but, well, he's hit him to center. He's hit him to right. And he hit one to left against Martha's Vineyard as well. He's tapped into really all the power that he has. That is a shot back into center, and that'll find grass. Freeman in to score. Here comes JKG. Throw to the plate is not in time. It's that man again, Colton Ledbetter. A 2 RBI double has shot the Gulls in front, 4-3.
I mean, we talked about it. I mean, just all-star after all-star, and this is like the Newport Gulls' first all-star. I got another all-star up right now, but just way to execute with 2 outs. I just talked about it before the AB. The Gulls went down early with a home run with Kevin Sider, very uncharacteristic for him, and now they pick him up. It's all about the Newport Gulls picking their teammates up, and that's what they're doing here today again.
Hit number 45 for Ledbetter. As good as any hitter across the NECBL this season. And now it's Slade Alford's turn. His Mississippi State teammate will look to drive him in. Fouls the first pitch back. 5-3 ground out for Slate brought in Newport's second run in that first inning, scoring JKG. Goals with a pair in the first, now a pair in the second. At 3-0 lead for Martha's Vineyard did not last for long. Here comes the 0-1. Down low to Slate, 1-1.
Yeah, the hit by Ledbetter actually gives him the hit lead in the NECBL. He passes Ignafo. They were both tied with 44 going into today. That gives us his 45th, so he now has the hit lead right now in the moment.
Alford back up the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes Ledbetter. Another run-scoring hit for Newport. And the Gulls are having fun here in Game 1. It's 5-3 in the second.
I mean, 2 outs. I mean, this team, now you have another all-star coming up, but Slade Alford's been playing fantastic baseball, especially with that clutch home run against the Navigators last time at Cardines Field. But timely hitting. Hitting coach Teddy Regan talked about it a lot this season, so they do it again. And now looks like we're going to see a new pitcher.
Yeah, Matters Day is done. Jay Mendez, it was a quick pull, a quick decision, and it's the first call to the bullpen. In today's doubleheader, we'll have the name for you on the other side of the break. Gulls on top, 5-3 here in the second.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
First call to the bullpen today comes from Jay Mendez and company after Newport scores 3 here in the bottom of the second. And now the Sharks will turn things over to a guy that's been a regular, making already his 11th appearance here this summer. It's the righty out of Chelmsworth, Massachusetts, Jack Bouchane.
Bouchane just needs to come in, get this final out, and let the bats come back up and try to go to work.
Noah Martinez stands in his way, but pops up the first pitch. Looks like it'll be playable, and now dying, it'll fall on the grass. Miscommunication, and Martinez reaches. The inning stays alive.
I mean, we got a lot of the sun. I feel like a lot of these games, I mean, we've seen a lot of just miscommunications that you see it in the replay. The ball just kind of like the wind, it could be the sun. It's just a lot of things that you're trying to overcome here at Cardines.
Well, the last thing this Newport offense needs from another team is a break to keep the inning going. 3 runs are already across, and now runners on the corners for Brian Brecker. And Berg does an excellent job to eat it up, but now he can't find the baseball. And it is scooped up by Bouchane. But over to second goes Martinez. 76 and spiked in the dirt. And just an impressive job just to keep that from getting behind him.
Berg, a really high effort catcher. He chases after almost every ball. Is very active behind the plate and a really important block. You really need to keep this lead right where it is.
Brecker looks at a strike. Going to the fastball that time is Boucher in his 11th outing this summer for Martha's Vineyard. He's got a 3.22 ERA and 22 1/3 innings pitched. 23 strikeouts, just 4 walks. Now 2-1 to the catcher out of Michigan State, Brecker. A Big Ten all-freshman team selection. Joining the team in July. Coles had to replace Parker Haskin. And now a 3-1 count.
Yeah, Brecker's been a welcome sight. He struggled. I talked to him pregame. He struggled in the beginning of the season, but he said he's starting to find his footing at the plate. Just needed to get a few games under him, and now he's riding a 4-game hitting streak.
That is ball 4. Just the 5th walk in over 22 innings pitched for Boucher, but it has loaded the bases here for Spencer Smith. And this could get out of hand in a hurry if you're Martha's Vineyard. Again, it's a 7-inning game. Every inning matters that much more. Alford on third, Martinez on second, and over at first is Brecker for Smith, who grounded out 3 unassisted to end the bottom of the first inning. Second-year Newport Gull. 12 hits on the summer. That pitch is inside to Smith. Now a 2-0 count. .258 hitter and was second on Newport last season, playing in 37 games. Shoots it deep into center. Running over is Chambers, giving way to the left fielder Masick. And Martha's Vineyard's out of further trouble, but not before. A trio of runs touch home for the Newport Gulls. In front for the first time all afternoon, Newport 5 and Martha's Vineyard 3, heading to the third in this 7-inning doubleheader on the NECBL network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League.
Top of the third here at Cardines Field. It's Newport 5 and Martha's Vineyard 3. Back to the top of the order for the Sharks, looking to respond. Logan Chambers will lead it off. The center fielder singled and scored in the first. Will face Kevin Sider. First pitch swinging, rolls one to third, and it's past the dive of Alford and into left field. So Chambers 2 for 2 to start his afternoon, and he's at first to lead off the third.
not wasting a single moment. Just a good piece of pure contact hitting going the other way. And just barely finding that gap over on the left side. And yeah, he's proved why he's an all-star today. A couple of well-hit singles.
He's a guy who just gets on base in bunches. Brings Danny Crossan to the plate. Two of the top hitting teams in the NECBL. Newport 2, Martha's Vineyard right behind them at 3. Crossan watches a pitch outside for a ball.
And 2 for a reason. You look at the talent up and down in these lineups, I think it's difficult to find many other teams in the NECBL that offensively can stack up like this.
And what makes them so special is not just the top heavy products, which there certainly are, as Crossan fouls one off, 1-1 the count, but the depth in these lineups, you can see 1 through 9 score runs in just about any moment, and we've seen a lot of that already.
It's great when you have the big names, and on top of that, you have 1 through 9 depth. That's really the key to success in a league where you're playing almost every day.
Pickoff throw, Sider back to first, and Martinez just loses the handle a little bit on the baseball, and then the throw back to Sider gets past him, but Alford will pick it up and go with the nice underhand flip to get it back to his pitcher. Chambers is a threat to run. Good speed from the outfielder. Utility man more than an outfielder, and as an all-star, he's the designated hitter behind Slade Alford as Crossan squares and pulls back the bunt. 2 balls and a strike. Sharks scored 3 runs in the first. They went down 1-2-3 in the second. Looking to cut into this lead in a 7-inning game. Chambers stays at first, and pitch misses inside to Crossan, so count is 3 balls and a strike, and a good hitter's count for the Sharks' first baseman. And the 3-1. That catches his own. The count runs full to Crossan, trying to make something happen. A fly out to deep right field back in the first. Hitting .385 over the last 5 games. 3-2 pitch. Chops one to the left field, and it gets by the shortstop, Kuroda Grauer, and into the outfield for a base hit. Over to second goes Chambers. Runners at first and second. Nobody out in the top of the third.
Another ball that was just well squared up and found a hole. Kuroda Grauer with a pretty good effort, but, I mean, this is the response that you want here if you're Jay Mendez and company. Back and forth, punch for punch. I mean, you start to think maybe Newport's getting momentum with 5 unanswered. I think in a game like this with 2 teams that are this talented, you never really can say that you have momentum for an elongated period of time.
Well, these 2 teams, we expected 2 great games. Derek Berg goes around for a strike. Expected 2 really good games between 2 really good teams battling at the top of the Coastal Division, and they have delivered so far. Sharks 2 games behind the Gulls, a chance to take first place if they can win both. Berg watches another strike, and while Newport obviously wants to hold the Sharks off from catching them at the top of the Coastal, they're trying to hunt down Bristol at the same time for that 2 seed and a first-round bye.
It's looking behind, but also looking ahead at the same time, right? Because you don't want to lose that Coastal Division spot. But, boy, Newport would love to avoid that wild card game and get it on over to the semis.
0-2 swing and a miss. A big strikeout from Sider, and there's 1 away in the third. If you're the 3rd best division winner or any of the 3 wild card teams, you play a 1-game wild card. And despite likely having a much better record than your opponent, you never want to end up in that 1-game win or go home situation.
Anything can happen in a 1-game playoff. That's how Newport's season ended last year. And like you said, even if you're the favorite, if you can avoid it, it's definitely preferred.
So Michael Snyder to the plate. Runners at first and second. Snyder peeks at Chambers. And Snyder rockets one into right center field. Racing over his rounds. He can't get there. Drops in the gap. Around third and in to score comes Chambers, the throw from the right fielder. Freeman will go to second, and the Sharks get one back on the RBI single from Michael Snyder. It's 5-4 goals with runners at the corners and one away.
That was well hit the opposite way. I mean, that's a righty that just goes out and gets it. And good job by Freeman cutting that off, because that easily could have been a double. But, I mean, this Martha's Vineyard team, just like Newport, it does not stop. It doesn't matter if it's the top third of the order, the middle part, the bottom. They're a threat, even against one of the best Newport pitchers this season.
So Cabot Maher to the plate. For all the talent, he's the man who had the 3-run blast in the first. Watches one outside for a ball. You look at what Colton Ledbetter is to this Newport Gulls team. Michael Snyder really feels like he has the same impact for the Sharks. Just a guy who gets on base but delivers when it really matters, and also displays a lot of power as well. Maher watches the curveball. Really good pitch, called a strike. 1-1.
That was his home run that really opened it up in that 5-run inning for Martha's Vineyard the last time these two teams played. And so not the biggest of surprises that he's added again with a huge hit in this one.
He's at first, crossing at third. 1-1 chopped off the foot of Maher, and that will sting. He's going to try and walk it off. Beautiful day here at Cardines Field, although a toasty one. No clouds in the sky over the ballpark.
Feels like a toaster here. It really does.
Not often you get these middle-of-the-day games at Cardines Field. This is the earliest start to a game all summer here.
Needing the early start because we're playing 2. 1-2 swing and a miss. Another strikeout. This time it's Maher who goes down. Second of the inning. Third of the ball game for Sider. 2 away, and Jaden Jackson to the plate with the tying run at third and 2 down.
I love the decision to go off speed. It had to be a methodical approach for Kevin Sider, given that Maher had that 3-run blast. Huge bounce back to now get back-to-back strikeouts.
So the second-year Shark to the plate, and he goes around on that one for a strike. Jaden Jackson, infielder from Georgia Tech, second year from Martha's Vineyard, but just arrived recently. Talk about depth. They needed some infield depth. They brought him back. So he watches one outside for a ball, and what he does so well is the defense and the speed. He really puts pressure on everyone when he puts the ball in play. Sharks love using that speed. Jackson has. He watches another breaking ball. Sider has been able to throw that for a strike here this inning, and he's ahead 1-2 with 2 away. Top 5 in this Sharks order have created all the production so far. So 1-2 drops in the dirt outside. Bottom 4, 0 for 4 through the first time through the lineup. Jackson would love to change that right here. Two. Jackson rolls one left side. Alford Fields. He'll go across the diamond. It gets there in time to get the speedy Jackson. Inning over. Sharks get one back, but Newport holds on to the lead. We've had fireworks atop the Coastal Division through 2.5 here at Cardines Field.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season.
5-4 Gulls, bottom of the third in this 7-inning affair. Game 1 of 2 on this toasty Wednesday afternoon. Beckstein to the plate and watches a ball outside from Jack Bouchane, who returns to the mound. Got the final out in the second. That one just off the plate as well. 2-0 the count to the second baseman. A battle of Northeastern Huskies. Bouchane's 2-0. Catches the zone. 2-1. A lot of Northeastern guys around the NECBL, and rightfully so. They really sit right in the middle of this league. 2-1 outside, 3-1.
Yeah, a school that, of course, is great at the CAA level and right in the heart of Boston, and tons of talent throughout the NECBL. And, well, we talked about it. One of the best arms from Northeastern and in this NECBL, who will be an all-star with North Shore. He faced Beckstein, and Beckstein won that battle back on Monday.
3-2, and Beckstein works the walk. He led off the second with a fly out to right this time. He leads off the third, the base on balls. And the second walk of the day allowed by Bouchane, a guy who only had allowed 4 walks coming into today and a lot of work. So a runner at first to lead off the inning. Newport has yet to be held off the scoreboard. Ben Rounds steps up, tacks the first pitch, and chops it foul.
It's remarkable that we're only in the bottom of the third inning. We're over an hour into this game. The bottom of the third just started. That should tell you all you need to know about these two offenses at work.
9 runs in total, 5 for Newport, 4 for Martha's Vineyard. Started to bang early, 3 runs in the top of the first as Rounds lifts one into center, but Chambers barely has to move to record the first out. Fourth meeting between these teams this summer, and outside of the first game, the 2 that have been played at Martha's Vineyard, it's one team that jumps out in front early and away they go.
Right.
Not the case when these teams have squared off at Cardines Field.
I think this is more of what can kind of be expected when you got 2 teams this talented. Punch for punch.
Talk about someone who has a lot of punch in the back. Colton Freeman to the plate and watches one outside for a ball. He's 2 for 2, 2 runs scored. One in the first, one in the second. Bouchane keeping a close eye on Beckstein. 1-0 and a perfect pitch on the corner. It's 1-1. Freeman, a called strike right at the knees with the breaking ball, and Bouchane ahead 1-2. Two teams storming their way through the middle of July. 7 straight wins for the Sharks, 6 straight for Newport. 1-2 pitch. Just off the plate. Close one there. Good take by Freeman.
You know, I gotta say, I mean, I kind of miss his old walk-up song when he came to the Fox theme song for football. And now it's like a country song, so it's a little bit disappointing.
2-2, ropes one to left. That one will land in front of Masick. 3 for 3 in 3 innings for Freeman. Runners at first and second, one away.
This is remarkable. I mean, we're watching a hitter, an extremely talented one at that, really come into his own. He squares it up every single time he's up, whether it's on the ground, whether it's in the air. And when you do that, your chances of getting a hit go up tenfold. And that just found a perfect gap there in left.
Yeah, he's pretty unique, too. He's got no, like, accessories on. He's just putting no batting gloves, just a helmet and a bat, and he just goes up there and swings it. He swings it extremely hard, and the success follows.
The other guy in this Newport lineup who's 2 for 2 is Josh Kuroda-Grauer, and he stands in, watches a strike. The Rutgers product, part of the Big Ten Conference, is Bouchane checks on Beckstein at second. Bunch of Big Ten guys for this Newport Gulls, a pair from Michigan State as well. Misses outside, evens the count 1-1. It's Kevin Brady, the second baseman, holding on. Beckstein. Kuroda-Grauer swings through that one. Behind in the count. Doesn't get any easier for Bouchane after JKG. It's Colton Ledbetter who stands on deck. 1-2. Kuroda-Grauer sends one a mile high in the air, but it is lifted out of play. New baseball, same count for Bouchane working against Kuroda-Grauer. One, two. Rope to third, but right to Snyder, who's able to make the catch. Takes a hit away, and likely another RBI. 2 away in the third, and runners remain at first and second.
Yeah, great reflexes. Right place, right time. I guess that's the only way you're going to retire someone here in the top 2 of this Newport order, because that ball was smoked and destined to be another hit. But just a heck of a play there to keep a run off the board, because Beckstein was pretty much halfway between second and third.
I mean, both outs in these innings were extremely hard hit. I mean, Ben Rounds, that was right to center field, pretty smoke, so I feel like that's a good sign for the Gulls.
Ledbetter watches a strike right at the letters. It's 0-1 to the designated hitter. Former Sanford Bulldog, future Mississippi State Bulldog. A 1 off the inside, a ball and a strike. A guy who's just raked all summer long, and especially at home. We touched on it last time he came to the plate. What we didn't mention is he has an on-base percentage over 500 here at Cardines Field. He gets on base over half the time as he has a foul tip right into the glove of Berg. That's unheard of.
Yeah, 24 walks will help. He picked up that most recent one so far today. When you just look at stats across the board, average, home runs, RBIs, walks, he'll clear top 5, top 10 in the category early across the league.
One of the best hitters in the NECBL. He watches fastball miss well up. Sharks trying to retire him for the first time today. He reached on a walk in the first, the 2 RBI double in the second. Still 2 on with 2 away. 2-2, Ledbetter yanks one down the line, but foul. Sharks able to keep him from recording a hit there by a matter of a foot or two. Count stays 2-2 with 2 outs. Bouchane looking to hold the Gulls scoreless in the third. He does just that. Strike 3 ends the inning. A huge job by Bouchane out of the bullpen. He keeps the deficit at 1. It's 5-4 Gulls as we head to the 4th here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series.
We play into the 4th at Cardines Field. Gulls 5, Sharks 4, and a battle atop the Coastal Division. Both teams still being chased right behind by Mystic. Harrison Brown steps up, Sider back to the mound, and he fires in a strike. Sharks 2 games back of the Gulls. Mystic 4 games back of the Gulls and 2 games back of the Sharks. Coastal Division in its first year with a Coastal Division, has right back into the zone comes Sider, 0-2. As strong as it could possibly be. They hold all 3 wild card spots, with Ocean State rounding out the rear. 0-2 pitch, fouled away. And just because they hold the 6th spot and don't have the record of Newport, Mystic, or Martha's Vineyard doesn't mean they are not a very tricky team to face. The pitching for the Waves is excellent.
Right, they've got a staff. Piero, Nick Conti as well. It's a crazy division we have here in the Coastal. I mean, just based off the fact that, yeah, if the playoffs started today, 4 out of the 5 teams in this division would be playing in the NECBL playoffs, and for good reason. There's no easy outs. I think you look at the Coastal compared to the West and the North, very stark difference from if you're talking about the depth from the top down.
1-2 to Brown. Lifts one foul the other way. Stays 1-2. Well, you mentioned all the pitchers for Ocean State, and they have the starter in the All-Star game.
Right, I didn't even mention him.
Tyler Mudd, the left-hander. The Sharks have seen him this season. He is fantastic. As it stands now, the 4 Coastal teams would all face each other, though, in round 1.
Wouldn't that be fitting? If these teams aren't tired enough already from playing each other 6-7 times, it's stacking up to be a great playoffs and one that the Coastal Division really has its impact on.
1-2 just off the plate. It's 2-2 to the right fielder Brown. He hit a fly ball to left field back in the second. Division that's beat up on each other all season long, but talent certainly exists. 2-2, and Brown stays alive. A guy who has a knack for just finding his way to keep battling through at-bats. He had a 14-pitch at-bat against Winnipesaukee last week. Battling here against Sider, 2-2. Sends one high in the air to right. Freeman back. He has to shade the sun out of his eyes and does so successfully to make the grab for the first out.
Now, we talked about Noah Martinez having to battle the sun to make a catch. Freeman had to do the same. There are no clouds in the sky here at Cardines Field. It is sunny, and I just had to battle. That ball had some carry on it, too. A hanging curveball from Sider, well hit, but just got a bit underneath it. Otherwise, it could be a different story with a shorter distance here in right.
Field has one of the more unique shapes in not only the NECBL, but around the country as Masick watches a ball outside. The fence doesn't really curve around. It's more a bunch of straight lines that connect, and fence juts out in a couple different places.
That's what you get with a park that's spanned over 100 years.
Absolutely is, and that's smack in the middle of downtown. Don't have a ton of space to configure your ballpark however you would like. 2-0 swing and a miss. It's 2-1.
Yeah, Sider's off-speed has been phenomenal today. It's been his go-to pitch, really, whenever I think, right now, probably going to go back to it. I don't see why not.
That one misses outside. Looked like the off-speed. But behind Masick, 3-1.
That's a curveball slider mix. I think when Sider's been on his game, it's been because he's had 3 pitches working for him well all at once.
And it's ball 4. So Masick draws the walk. It brings Kevin Brady back to the plate. Tying run at first in the 4th.
Yeah, I mean, just his first walk of the game, and he had 4 last game. Does not want to get into that type of habit again. Really just starting off with a pretty routine fly ball. I mean, it was difficult with the sun, but he would love a double play right now.
Looks to get Brady to roll into that. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, right back to the breaking ball. Brady, a Wheaton College product. Really productive hitter for the D3 program. That's one of the best in New England. Skips in the dirt, home. 1-1. Not alone in terms of Wheaton production in the NECBL. Zach Clesis, one of the Sharks starters, also in the NECBL. Stephen Quigley, another Sharks pitcher, going from Wheaton to Yukon. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is there. A perfect throw to get Masick. Brecker with the caught stealing, and there are 2 away.
From his knees. Come on.
Adrian Beltre-esque. I mean, this guy, Big Ten, he threw out the most batters in the Big Ten this past season, 25, 9 more than any other catcher in the entire Big Ten. So you know he has an arm, and you see the man doesn't even have to get his body up to just throw him out. I mean, what a throw, a rocket. I think every single guy on the Newport Gulls catching staff, I mean, they have a heck of an arm, but Brecker is definitely special.
Talent for sure. That one, not only a strong throw, but right where it needed to be. Can't ask for much more than that. 2-1 to Brady is sent into shallow right center. Racing in is Freeman, being called off by Rounds in the gap. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Sharks get a runner on, but Brecker says not so fast. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Gulls lead 5-4 over Martha's Vineyard at Cardines Field.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design
back to Cardines Field for the bottom of the fourth. It's Slade Alford who will lead it off. Bouchane pitched a scoreless bottom of the third as Alford rolls one to short. Jackson with the field and throw in time to get the third baseman. One pitch, one away. And Jack Bouchane has done all you could ask for him since entering. He got out of the second inning, the inning where Newport pushed 3 runs across to take the lead. Pitched a scoreless third and now has one out in the fourth.
This is what Jay Mendez and company needed. Of course, he got 14 innings on tap today, and Gulls had the bases loaded in that second inning. Oh, my goodness. That got him right on the top of the helmet and got Berg pretty well. You hope that he's okay because that certainly came in pretty violently.
Catcher, a scary position, and the umpire still talking to him, and he's going to call for the trainer to come take a look. Berg points to his shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like it hit off his right shoulder there.
Just a quick chat with the trainer, not much of a look.
I don't think catchers get enough credit for the job they do. I mean, it is the toughest position to play in baseball. You're crouched down. You're right in the zone for anything that could come and come in and get you.
Martinez dribbles one foul behind 0-2. Catchers, just a position where longevity is not something you see because of how beat up they get. Seeing a lot of catchers later in their career now in major leagues transition to first base or become designated hitters because of exactly that. 0-2. Outside, a ball and 2 strikes. That takes a lot out of you, a lot of wear and tear on the body. 1-2. And tapped foul.
If nothing else, this is what you want to see out of Noah Martinez. Make the pitcher on the mound and Bouchane work a little bit, make him labor. And that's what he's done. He's already found 3 pitches off in this at-bat.
Another 1-2, and he takes the ball. So pushes the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bouchane looking for a quick inning. 2-2, swing and a miss. Perfect breaking ball from Jack Bouchane, and he records his second strikeout, and that's a big one for out number 2.
Yeah, after treating Martinez with a fastball, he goes sub-80. Great pitch selection. Martinez clearly sitting on something fast, and that was not that.
And it's what makes Bouchane such a good pitcher. It's not the velocity that he has, but it's the command of the location and the ability to really throw any pitch at any time. Brecker Foul tips one into the glove of Berg. 0-1. We've noted that command already multiple times. Limited amount of walks, which is a problem that really can plague pitchers, especially at the college level. 0-1 popped out of play. 0-2.
How many games have we seen won or lost for Martha's Vineyard, for Newport? You go across the league, and I think, like you said, at the college level, it is such a point of emphasis.
Pitch misses outside. It's 1-2. To the catcher, Brian Brecker. He's reached twice. Fouls one strike back. Hit by a pitch and a walk in innings 1 and 2. Newport has sent at least 5 guys to the plate in every inning so far. Duchesne looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He gets a pop-up. It's Kevin Brady, the second baseman, trying to make the catch in the sun, and he does. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Duchesne. The bullpen for Martha's Vineyard has come in and done its job. We head to the 5th. It's Newport by 1, 5-4 on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
Top of the 5th, the Gulls still lead by a run. 5-4. Back to the top of the order to face the new pitcher for Newport, Peter Sakalaris, the sidearm slinger.
Yeah, it is the Milton, Massachusetts native out of Virginia Tech who makes his 9th appearance this summer and had not allowed an earned run until his last appearance Monday against North Shore.
He'll face the top of the order, the most dangerous part of this order. Top 5 have created all 4 runs for Martha's Vineyard so far. It's a called strike. It's the 3rd time Logan Chambers has led off an inning. He led off in the 1st, the 3rd, and now the 5th.
Sensing a pattern.
Sharks just trying to let the top of the order come back up and create. Misses off. Both the 2nd and the 4th have been 1-2-3 innings because of the caught stealing when Brecker threw out Luke Masick. As Chambers ropes one down the right field line, headed back is Freeman. It's off the wall, but Freeman able to corral rather quickly, and it holds Chambers to a single, his 3rd leadoff single of the day.
That thing was tattooed, and on an off-speed pitch, no less. Just 71 coming into the box, 92 exiting it. That was smoked, and that was pretty high off of the wall. And this has really been a battle of the leadoff hitters. 3 for 3 between now Freeman and Chambers.
They have done it all so far today. Chambers has scored 2 runs, so has Freeman. Danny Crossan to the plate. Katua native takes a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to be a time for Sakalaris to start finding his pitches. I mean, last game, you're only probably going to see him for an inning, have a guy close out the rest of the game. But
slow roller, could be 2. Beckstein to the bag himself, but his throw to first is offline, and Crossan likely would have beat it out anyway. Just not enough on it. So a fielder's choice records the first out of the inning.
That was going to be a tough play regardless of the decision Beckstein made, whether to flip to Kuroda Grauer or to take it himself. He opted for the latter. And, yeah, that speed from Crossan paying off. Not much of a chance there, like you said.
So Derek Berg to the plate, and the catcher, who was banged up in the last half inning, comes up to hit almost immediately after, and he attacks the first pitch and pops it out of play. It always feels like a catcher gets banged up and then he's up in the next inning.
Right.
Yeah.
Just to grab a bat. No rest for the weary.
Glad to see he's all right, because that one certainly took a carom off of that shoulder of his.
Chops one towards third. Alford will play the long hop. His throw to first. Skips in the dirt and gets by Martinez. Crossan will dart for third. Over to second goes Berg. Crossan dancing down that third base line, but he will hold there. And runners at second and third with 1 away.
Yeah, Slate did a good job to wait on it. And then on that last hop, it was going to be a very tough play. But because of the sheer velocity on that baseball that he threw, and because of the fact that it really took a kind of a nasty hop right in front of Martinez, it's really the first defensive mistake we've seen here today. And in a game that's a 1-run game, punch for punch, you never know what kind of difference that can make.
Well, Berg is a catcher, but his speed is up there. He is fast and putting pressure on. So Michael Snyder with runners at second and third, the man you want at the plate. He fouls one off the wall down the third base line. 0-1.
Now Snyder, 376 hitter. First base is open. Cabot Maher is on deck with a 3-run home run today. So I don't know what could be the decision here for Newport.
0-1 runs off the outside. It's a ball and a strike. Cabot Maher has shown the power and certainly a dangerous threat at the plate. He's a really good hitter. But it would seem foolish to pitch to a guy who's one of the best hitters in the NECBL, and he has proved it all summer long. Check swing there, goes around, and it's 1-2. And Snyder not just hot this summer, but he finished the year at Washington on a tear, sitting .230 going into the month of May. Finished the season hitting a casual .282. That's a 52-point upswing, and he did it by hitting .350 over the last month. 1-2 take outside. 2-2.
Yeah, him and Cam Clayton, who was on the goals, 2 of the hotter hitters on that Husky squad, coming down to the end, an 8-game hitting streak for Cam. And Michael Snyder, I mean, he's brought all of that from college and then some to a wooden bat league here in the NECBL.
Did not take him long to adjust. 2-2, ropes one into left field, a base hit. Crossing into score. Berg will be held at third. And Michael Snyder will take off for second as the ball skips under the glove of Slade Alford. Aggressive base running from the Sharks' third baseman. Runners right back to second and third with 1 away, and all of a sudden this game tied once again.
Such a dangerous hitter. I mean, what more can you say? Goes out, and there's just no chance really on the infield to keep that in. Newport fortunate only 1 run came around to score, and then the heads-up awareness to see that ball just get by Alford. And, I mean, that's a big play. You move up to second. There's no double play in order, and now Newport is in the position that it was just in with second and third and 1 out.
So Cabot Maher will get the opportunity with ducks on the pond. We're meeting on the mound to talk to Sakalaris.
And that's why I threw out the idea of venturing, not maybe you don't throw to him.
Might have been.
I can't blame them for being aggressive, but I mean, this is exactly what the Sharks were looking for. You still got runners on the corners, and Newport's going to be forced to runners on second and third. And, well, now Newport will play back after it looked like they were going to creep in.
Caution might have been the prudent move. So it runs inside to Maher, 1-0. A runner at third, a runner at second. That infield playing about halfway in, which trying to prevent a run on a hard hit ball. Swing and a miss. But Derek Berg has a lot of speed, even though he's a catcher. Catching aside, if he is sent, he will test just about every player on this Skulls infield. Maher sends one off of Brecker. Looks to be all right.
I think halfway in is the right way to put it because Beckstein's playing a little further in than he might usually play. Offered with all of the hard hit contact that has come his way, I don't hate the decision to play him back because the odds with another righty up that a ball could come his way are pretty good.
It's almost like the middle infield is in and the corners are back, which is not something you typically hear. I think the idea, like you said, though, is Alford could make a play at home if the ball is hit hard to him, as it has been multiple times. 1-2, and Sakalaris looking for the strikeout, can't get it there.
Outside of that Chambers single to right field, almost all of the hits and all the contact in the outfield for the Vineyard has been on the left side of the field.
Looking to take the lead. 2-2, that should get the job done into center. Rounds out, now in. Berg will tag. Rounds with a cannon. His fire is cut off by Martinez. Into score comes Berg on the sacrifice fly. And the Sharks jump back out in front for the first time since the second inning. It's 6-5 Martha's Vineyard.
I mean, not much you could really do to avoid that run, to be honest. He has strikeout, but, I mean, that's just you get an out and you forfeit a run with Newport's offense that, you know, they have. I feel like they're still comfortable giving up that lead again because they know they can get it back.
Jaden Jackson steps in. Sharks a chance to pad this lead just a bit with a runner in scoring position still. Launches a first pitch fastball right on the outside. 0-1. Sharks have scored in the first, the third, and the fifth, and they all correlate to when the top of the order has been at the plate. 0-1 outside. Jackson sends one the other way, foul. 1-2. It's the top five in the order. They have produced all the offense, all the hits, and all but one base runner.
Some heavy lifting right there.
Snyder dancing off a second. Jackson sends one foul. Count stays a ball and 2 strikes. In a 7-inning game, Newport going to have to fight their way back again as Jackson sends that one into the seats, and it stays within the confines of Cardines Field.
I feel like whenever someone fouls the ball off, it's always to that corner. I feel like that's happened maybe 3 or 4 times this summer. If someone was there, it would have been pretty dangerous, but I feel like that's happened a lot.
Jackson rolls one to Beckstein. He'll flip on to first. Inning over. Top of the order produces again for Martha's Vineyard. This time it's 2, and it's enough to take the lead. 6-5 Sharks over Gulls. We head to the bottom of the 5th on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on YourView New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup.
Bottom of the 5th at Cardines Field. We've had offensive explosion. It's 6-5. Back and forth we go, punch for punch, a heavyweight bout atop the Coastal Division. Spencer Smith, Luke Beckstein, and Ben Rounds, 7, 8, 9 coming up, and it's lifted in the air to left center. Masick headed back. He's at the wall, and just in front of that left center field wall, he has enough room to make the catch.
Well tagged, jumping on the first pitch of the inning. And that's where Spencer Smith will often tag it to, that left center to center field range. He used all the space he had out there, did Masick, on a ball that was projected nearly 340 feet to keep it in the yard.
It's about as far as you can hit one unless you're going to straightaway center without sending it out. Is a first pitch strike to Luke Beckstein. Jack Bouchane out of the bullpen has been fabulous for Martha's Vineyard to this point. Can't find the outside corner there, 1-1. He's retired 6 straight, hasn't allowed a run in over 2 innings of work. As a fly into right center field. It's Chambers, the center fielder, calling off Brown, the right fielder, with room to make the grab.
It's 2 long outs at the end of the day, but Newport has all been using all the fields here. 2 long outs, and they're outs at the end of the day. We're in the 5th. It feels more like the 7th in a 7-inning doubleheader, and Bouchane's really been the unsung hero. In a game with this much offense, to pitch 3 innings and not give up a run.
He's gone 3 complete innings. He would love to make it 3 1/3. Facing Ben Rounds. 7 straight retired for the righty from Northeastern as Rounds shoots one to left field. Masick there makes the catch, inning over. Bouchane works quickly through the bottom of the 5th. He's set down 8 in a row, and the Sharks hold their 1-run lead. It's 6-5 as we head into the 6th of this 7-inning doubleheader.
The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on YourView New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye.
Heading to the 6th in another fantastic game here at Cardines Fields. 6-5. Martha's Vineyard on top of their Coastal Division foe, Newport. And the bottom third of the order here for Martha's Vineyard set to face Peter Sakalaris. Out for his second inning of work. Sharks had some success against him in that first inning. 2 hits, 2 runs, only one of them earned. That's nubbed foul off the bat of Brown. And well, only one earned because it was 2 errors that ended up playing a major part, including the throwing error from Slade Alford that put 2 runners advancing in a scoring position.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely difficult with the fact that the defense played so well for a significant amount of time. And now, 2 errors with a game that's this close with an offense like this, you cannot. Those are really costly.
Well, that slider that you just saw, that is the bread and butter for Sakalaris. Around the low to mid-70s range. Looking for a clean inning as Martha's Vineyard provided half inning ago. In what was the first conventional, rather second conventional 1-2-3 inning all day. Been a lot of offense in game 1 of this 7-inning doubleheader. That's in the air, left side. And Kuroda Grauer has a beat on it, makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, nice and quick. That's exactly what we got to do. Sakalaris isn't used to going into his second inning, as we talked about in the break. I feel like the mentality, what are you thinking mentally, physically? How you doing? Going into another inning, you're not used to this. You only did this one time this summer. So what are you really feeling? What's going through his head right now? But that's still going to give him some confidence.
That was back in his season opening outing, back on June the 18th against the Navigators, that he went 2 shutout innings and had not allowed an earned run through his first 7 outings in a Newport uniform. A guy that is trusted here at Cardines Field. 15 outings last summer, evolving into the team's closer. Rock back up the middle, and a base hit for Masick. The beat goes on for this Martha's Vineyard offense. That is a 9th hit with already 6 runs on the board here in the top of the 6th.
They have found ways to produce, but the bottom third of this order is looking to produce for the first time today. They have a chance now with a runner on first and 1 away.
Kevin Brady looks for his first hit of the ball game, 0 for 2. Like you said, hasn't been because of the bottom third of the order, but looking to change that right here. Little excuse me swing back to the net for strike 1. Brady has not had a ton of experience this season, just 5 for 15. But those 5 hits, 4 walks as well. And scored around a bunt, did not bring it back, and so it'll go down as a strike.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Gulls, you have to get Brady out because the next guy up, Logan Chambers, has been one of the hottest hitters today. So if you could get this out, go 2 outs with Chambers up, you're in a good position, I think.
Yeah, Brady stays alive on the foul tip back to the backstop.
Brady's just such a productive hitter at 340 at Wheaton. He's a guy who doesn't necessarily hit for a lot of power, but it's the ability to get on base. On-base percentage well over 400.
Popped up another one. Here comes Kuroda Grauer again, this time in on the grass. And there's 2 gone.
Yeah, that's huge. Huge again for Sakalaris. That last inning, obviously, with costly errors, really scored those runs for the Sharks. So, I mean, those 2 outs, now you got, Logan Chambers coming up. So this is definitely a turning point for the Sharks, and they could add on because Chambers is 3 for 3 today.
What a day for the Tennessee Vol. Single in the first, single in the third, single in the 5th. And did it really in 3 different ways. So that's hit back to the netting, the final of which was the hardest hit one, a rocket off of the right field wall here at Cardines Fields.
Just kind of unlucky that that only resulted in a single because that ball was scorched. It's marked as the same as his first 2 hits, but did not look the same.
That's why scoring doesn't always tell the full story. hit on the first base side, and out of the glove of Martinez, Chambers is going to reach for a fourth time this afternoon. The leadoff hitter at it again, and this inning stays alive. The Sharks are still in the water here in the top of the sixth. Now it's Danny Crossan, dangerous in his own right. Martha's Vineyard fan vote candidate, 2021 NECBL All-Star. That coming across the division with the Mystic Schooners. And another Northeastern Husky. Slider from Sacaleras drops in for a first pitch strike. He's had command. 29 strikes, just 9 balls. For the man out of Milton, Massachusetts, but he's had to constantly deal with traffic around him on the base paths. Induces another pop-up, and again, to the shortstop. Kuroda Grauer ends the inning. 3 F6s in the scorebook, and most importantly, a 0 on the board. Heading to the bottom of the sixth in a nail-biter. Martha's Vineyard 6, Newport 5, here on the NECBL Network.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
We head to the home half of the 6th in this 7-inning doubleheader, game number 1 between Newport and Martha's Vineyard. Zach Letson, Eli Kleiman, Caden Sharpens here. Newport sends its best and the top of the order in the bottom of the 6th. Martha's Vineyard, how does Jay Mendez counter? By sending one of his best. Out of the University of Miami, it is the 2022 NECBL All-Star, Alejandro Torres, to try to go for a 6-out save.
He's been fantastic, an ERA sub-2, the strikeouts well above the innings pitched, and a guy who can hit mid to high 90s with the fastball.
Yeah, that'll stick out to you. 28 fanned in 16 innings. He's only allowed 3 earned runs over that time. 2 saves, a 1-0 record. And Colton Freeman, who has not been retired today, leads off the 6th for Newport. And a 1-1 count to the Dartmouth right fielder. 3 hits, and those all came in the first 3 innings. Double in the first, singles in the second and the third. Flown back foul. And even though it's just a 1-run game, don't know how many opportunities you're going to get against Torres. This part of the order that Newport has up, 1, 2, and 3 in the order, 6 hits. This would be the time to try to spark for a rally. Against a man, tough to do so. 1-2 is spiked in the dirt. Now 2-2 to Freeman.
Well, just 2 hits combined for batters 4 through 9, which includes 2 All-Stars.
Freeman cracks it into left. A 4-for-4 day. The leadoff hitter at his best. Colton Freeman gets the 6 started the right way for Newport.
I mean, what a way to start it. I was hearing some seagulls behind us, so I feel like that was a sign.
A good omen.
A good omen for Freeman, and look at him execute, and 4 for 4. I mean, this man, the leadoff spot, a home run yesterday at Mystic, and then another fantastic performance from the Dartmouth man.
Now Josh Kuroda-Grauer, 2 hits to his name. Finds the first pitch back, double and a single in the first and the second, and got robbed. You could say should have a 3-for-3 day himself, if not for the third baseman, Michael Snyder, snagging 1. Hot off of his bat in the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1 from Torres. Back to the fence. Mentioned the 1.68 ERA. 9 hits only. That's all he's allowed. 5 walks. 28 have gone down via the K. Second on this Martha's Vineyard squad in ERA, and he's got his first out and his 29th strikeout of the summer. Getting a talented hitter in Kuroda-Grauer to chase, and there's out number 1 here in the 6th.
And you just force hitters to try to catch up to that fastball, and he throws it up high and says, good luck. And it's what's made him so effective. The breaking ball is good. He can throw it early in counts and then just go right back to that fastball, which sits around 93, 94, even 95 miles an hour.
93 on the 3rd strike to Josh Kuroda-Grauer, and now Newport turns to its best hitter this season, Colton Ledbetter. Playing in his 36th game. That's all the games Newport has this season. 361 average. And looking to come through for his team in a time where they really need him. Goals down by 1. And before Freeman reached, 8 in a row had been retired. Newport has not scored since back in the 2nd. And Ledbetter cracks it foul. Now a 1-2 count.
This is the guy. This is the spot. I feel like this is the guy you want all the pressure on. And, you know, Newport, this is potentially, obviously they have another inning to go at it, but Ledbetter probably not going to get up there.
1 for 2 with a double back in the 2nd inning is Ledbetter. And now it's a 2-2 count. Everyone in the Newport order 1 through 5 has a base hit. Goals exploded for 5 runs in the first 2 innings. It was a 5-3 lead. Martha's Vineyard, the Sharks have responded. That's in there on the inside part of the plate. Torres got him. What a huge strikeout. Just painting that inside part of the dish. And now Martha's Vineyard is just 4 outs away.
Doing what he does best. Now 30 strikeouts on the season, and Torres and Cam Hill in the late innings have just been absolutely dynamic, pretty much untouchable.
both All-Stars, as that's a base hit into right field for Alford. This inning ain't over yet. Slate staying hot with a base hit. And from one Week 6 NECBL honor roll selection to another, Noah Martinez looks to come through with yet another RBI for his team. Tying and go-ahead runs are on base. You can treat it like the bottom of the 8th inning. Game 1 of this 7-inning doubleheader between Newport and Martha's Vineyard. Gulls a 2-game lead in the standings. The Sharks 4 outs away from evaporating a game off of that, cutting it in half. Martinez looks at strike one, getting that outside part of the plate. Boy, has Torres worked the corners.
And that might be what's even more impressive than the velocity, is just the ability to put it exactly on the outside edge. Take high velocity, put it there. It's really difficult to hit.
Freeman on second, Alford on first. Now 1-1 to Martinez. Picked up his 25th hit of the summer. That was a run-scoring single back in the 2nd inning. And Newport's best inning all day. 3 runs, and the Gulls sent all 9 batters to the plate. A base hit here, and it could be a 6-6 game. And again working that edge, this time on the lower part of the dish. 94 miles an hour, and Martinez watched it go by. Gulls have 10 one-run victories this season. Here they are trailing by 1, late. And the 1-2. Smoked foul off of the light pole. Martinez battling and staying alive.
Yeah, I like Martinez up. I think Holbrook likes Martinez up in this situation. A power hitter, obviously we know he's getting hot at the right time, and, you know, with Ledbetter getting out, I think Martinez right now needs to step up in a big way.
A superstar for Newport on Friday and Saturday. High in the air and deep to center, but now camping under it, Chambers. He makes the catch and the inning is over. Newport threatens with 2 hits. Torres responds and exits the inning. The elite NECBL All-Star has another 0 on the board for Martha's Vineyard. And the Sharks are 3 outs away, 6-5. We head to the final inning, the 7th in this 7-inning doubleheader.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations.
Heading to the 7th in a nail-biter. Newport, for a 3rd inning, sends out Peter Sakalaris. He'll look to put up another 0 as he did in the 6th. But he'll be challenged, facing the heart of this Martha's Vineyard order in Derek Berg, Michael Snyder, and Cabot Maher. All three have reached today. Quickly an 0-2 count. Berg reaching on an air that will really change the complexion entirely of this ball game over at third base. That was the inning that the Vineyard rallied and took the lead. And the error on Alford allowed Berg and Crossan to move up an extra 90 feet as that gets him right on the back.
Berg is taking a beating today behind the plate and hit by pitch. But it puts a lot of speed at first base.
Second time a Shark's been hit today. The other man that has been hit, the man that comes up right now, Michael Snyder, came through with one of the biggest hits, probably the biggest hit of the ball game, a single that tied the game in the 5th. And the Sharks took the 6-5 lead that they currently have, one batter later, on the Maher sacrifice fly. Slider from Sakalaris misses outside at 72 miles per hour against what we talked about, Ledbetter in the conversation near the top of the league. Snyder really not far behind him. 376 is batting average coming into today, and tack on 2 more hits this afternoon. Something about these doubleheaders. Newport, the last one here, saw Ryan Ignafo, who had 2 doubles in that 2-game affair. And here's Michael Snyder. He's backing up that average that has put him in really a fantastic summer season. But now behind here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. For the first time all season, Sakalaris looking to go 3 innings. And really trying to, in a crucial spot, against a division rival that is trying to catch Newport in this neck-for-neck race. That is back into center field. Snyder has a 3-hit day. Heading to third is Berg. He'll make it there without a throw. Sharks in business to begin the 7th with runners on the corners and nobody out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough start to the inning, just hitting Berg, and then you're bringing up one of the best hitters in the NECBL, and, of course, probably going to get a hit off Sakalaris. He's been through the lineup now a second time, so it's you've seen the guy that we know it's a specialist, so it's a little bit difficult to kind of go through 3 innings when you're a pitcher like Sakalaris.
Martha's Vineyard looking for some insurance I'm sure Jay Mendez and company would love. It's been a 1-run lead since the Sharks took the lead. Had been a multi-run advantage since back in the 1st when the Sharks got the scoring started with 3 in the top half. And those 3 came from Cabot Maher on a 3-run blast to straightaway center fields. And Maher fouls it back. He's quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Berg hit by a pitch, he's at third. And then Michael Snyder doing what Michael Snyder does. Now a 3-for-3 day with his 3rd single of the ball game. Here comes another 0-2. He got him. Boy, did Sakalaris need that. A huge first down here in the top of the 7th, keeping the runners at their bases and getting it out or closer.
Yeah, how massive is that? I mean, I definitely think that's a confidence booster. And you still got the double play, and that'll get you out of the inning.
Jaden Jackson has grounded into 3 groundouts already today. Looks at a first pitch strike. Command, it's been there for Sakalaris. That's how you last into a 3rd inning out of the bullpen. 39 strikes, 12 balls. And another one to Jackson, it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like anyone's warming up the Newport bullpen, so this should be Sakalaris' inning.
Arms are so critical to preserve. Back up the middle. Sakalaris is going to go and get the sure out at first, giving a look to Berg at third, and he can't advance.
Really smart play by Sakalaris. Just looking at Berg for just a split second, making sure he's staying at third, and then firing and getting the out. And now you got 2 outs. Massive, massive. Need this out. Cannot afford to give up another run. And now if you don't, you give the Newport Gulls a chance to get another comeback victory.
Not just that, if he had tried to turn a double play there, there's almost no chance he gets the speedy Jaden Jackson. It just wasn't hit hard enough. Making the right play now. Trust yourself to get the final out.
It was the only sure out. It was over at first. Harrison Brown now up with 2 away in the 7th, and he looks at ball 1. 0 for 3 day. A trio of flyouts. 1 to left, 1 to right, and 1 to the shortstop. 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 away. On the left side, JKG across his body, and it gets away from Martinez. 2 runs will score for the Sharks. They try to get a tag at first and can't get it. Harrison Brown putting 2 more on the board for Martha's Vineyard. It's a 9-6 game. Either 8-5. I beg your pardon. But how big is that? Another play eerily similar to that of the Slade Alford ground ball. That one was going to be extremely hard to turn for Kuroda Grauer. Here's Luke Masick. Watches a first pitch off speed upstairs. And the Sharks get the insurance that they were looking for.
Huge to allow Alejandro Torres to go out and work with a 3-run lead.
Imagine the confidence he's got. 1 run versus 3.
Yeah, I feel like that was an impossible throw for JKG. He almost had the out at third, like he was throwing midway through. He could have threw it to Alford, get that tag out, but chose something else.
Back up the middle, Beckstein will step on the bag, and the inning is over. 2 massive runs for the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. For the first time since the first inning, have a 3-run lead. Newport needs some magic. Looking for its 3rd walk-off win of the season. Need 3 to tie, 4 to win when we return in this 7-inning doubleheader.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
Last hope for Newport heading to the bottom of the 7th in Game 1 of this 7-inning doubleheader. A pair of massive insurance runs for the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. It's now an 8-5 score. Goals down to their final 3 outs. Newport will send 6, 7, and 8 to the plate, beginning with number 6, Brian Brecker, the catcher. And the breaking ball at use for Alejandro Torres. One of 2 closers. Make your pick if you're Jay Mendez, right? One of them is Torres. We'll go to trying to find a 6-out save. And Brecker able to, no, he did not hold up his swing. It is now 1-1 the count. 0-2 after the called strike from William Bowers behind the plate, rather. Line shot by Brecker in the left, running in, making a diving catch. Masick. What a play. How big is that? In the bottom of the 7th to come up big.
Just preserves all the momentum you have after scoring 2 runs. A leadoff single in the final inning, that's how you get the rally started. And it looked like it was falling there for a second, but Luke Masick showing off the glove and left.
Yeah, I mean, just think about how massive that is if he gets a single. I mean, that's just also the team. Spencer Smith comes up with a little more confidence with the guy on, but just a phenomenal grab it in the outfield.
So instead now 1 down and the base is empty for Smith. 0 for 3 on the day, 207 average. Has heated up over the last couple games for Newport. Gulls just need anything they can get offensively. A hit, a walk, just simply a base runner. Not the easiest thing to do against a guy with a 1.69 ERA. Coming into play this afternoon. Off speed from Torres misses. Now a 2-1 count to the left fielder out of Northeastern. That's rocked foul by Smith. Torres looking for his 3rd save. That would match him with Hill. Both are going to be all-stars on this Martha's Vineyard bunch. You're talking about now 36 innings combined between the two, 5 earned runs. Both have ERAs under 2. Hill under 1.
Well, and Hill has not come in earlier than the 7th and also has 4 wins to go along with all the saves.
Smith cracks it the other way, and it tails foul. Not a whole lot of foul territory on the left side here at Cardines Field. And there was not a play for Snyder, but that ball just hooked out of play.
And Torres, the guy the Sharks going to today after Hill pitched a couple innings yesterday for the save. He picked up his 3rd against the Mainers. Now it's Torres' turn.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Smith. Here it comes. That is just a touch low. And a big league eye from number 2.
Yeah, it's a fantastic AB right here for Spencer Smith. Fouls off a couple pitches, almost gets a hit on the left field, and that's a really solid eye. But this would be a massive base runner.
Here comes the payoff pitch from Torres. Rocked deep into right, high, and now playable in right fields. Harrison Brown corrals it, and the Sharks are an out away. Martha's Vineyard looking to become just the 3rd team to come in this season and pick up a win here at Cardines Field. It has not been done since late June. June the 22nd. Gulls have been undefeated at home in July. Certainly a worthy adversary that has come in looking for their 23rd win of the season is the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. Gulls at 24-11. Luke Beckstein is the final hope. Reached on a walk back in the 3rd, but has not gotten on base otherwise. 0 for 2 on the day. Does have doubles in each of his last 2 games. Here's the 1-1. Pops him up. It'll tail foul. And on to West Marlboro Street it goes. Gulls down to their final strike. Here's the 1-2 from Torres. Just getting a piece and staying alive is Beckstein. 14 hits on the season. Torres looking to shut it down. No runs for the Gulls since the second inning. Another foul ball. And Beckstein battling here.
And if Torres gets this final out, I mean, the offense came out to play today for Martha's Vineyard, but I think all the credit needs to be given to the bullpen. 5 runs given up. The bullpen comes in, nothing. They've pitched starting in the second inning, getting the final out was Bouchane, and scoreless ever since.
Cut on and missed, and the ball game is over. Alejandro Torres finishes it off. And for just the 3rd time this season, a team has come in and gotten a victory at Cardines Field. Martha's Vineyard comes out on top, topping Newport in Game 1 of this 7-inning doubleheader by a final of 8-5. It was the bullpen. Like you said, Eli, it is, well, 5 1/3 complete. 5 strikeouts, no runs. That's the job done by Martha's Vineyard. And the offense did the rest. Michael Snyder and Logan Chambers stand out with 3-hit days. And, of course, Cabot Maher, who got the scoring started with a 3-run home run.
Yeah, Cabot Maher got it started. We've seen the power from him. But Logan Chambers and Michael Snyder have been in the lineup every day over the last couple weeks. They don't get a day off because they produce like that. And they did it again. Without them, Sharks' offense is not much more often than not. And same can be said today.
This season series is tied at 2 with Game 2 coming up in less than an hour scheduled away. And Kate and the Gulls look to put it behind them quickly. Fortunately, there's more baseball to be played pretty shortly.
I think that's the best part about a doubleheader. They lose the game, but I think this team, overall this season, they've shown the ability to rebound after a loss, and they can get it going very quickly. And the fact that they have such a quick turnaround, I think they could put this behind them. Next game, they come out in about an hour, and they could go try to get a win, and I think it's a massive game. Next game is huge because if the Sharks win, they take the lead in the Coastal Division, and the whole complexion of the rest of the season, really, the rest of the week, it changes because the Newport Gulls are going from behind instead of they're fighting with the lead.
8-5 final, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Martha's Vineyard, 5 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for Newport. And another great game between these two teams. And we've got more baseball for you coming up in just about an hour's time. Game number 2 of this 7-inning doubleheader. And we'll have plenty of coverage leading up to that. But for now, we head into a break for Eli Kleinman, Caden Charpentier, and myself, Zach Letson, signing off here as Game 1 concludes here at Cardines Field. Martha's Vineyard over Newport by a final of 8-5.